guys, in this video we will discuss how to install Kubernetes 1.27 or probably a more earlier version on Debian 12 and Arm architecture. Before at all, you need to understand some basic knowledge about some Linux administration and performing some console commands. In this slide you can see that you need to install some Docker image at first, because our Kubernetes will work on this engine, and you can see some script with different commands that we can perform for installing. It's this script I copy pasted from official website of Docker, and at the end you need to perform some update and to perform installation of some different Docker packages. Next step, we need to install some container runtime plugin. It's called like create-docker. Before at all, we need to install Git for fetching some repository. It's Mirantis create-docker Git, and after we fetched this repository, we need to install some packages for building it. It's make, Golang Go, and GCC compilator. By performing this command make create-docker, we build our sources into some binaries. After we build these binaries, we need to create folder, install our binary to this folder, and to create some daemon. After all, we need to reboot the system. Next step, you need to install most used applications in Kubernetes. It's like kubelet, kubeadm, and kubectl. For this purpose, you need to install some additional packages, perform some curl command, and to perform some command related to source list. Currently, we have installed kubeadm application, and we can start with creating our cluster. For this purpose, we need to apply command kubeadm init and to provide additional parameter create-socket, because currently we use some container runtime interface. It's create-docker. Okay. For that purpose, we need to understand what user we use. If we use some additional user, we can perform these commands. If we use some root user, we can apply another command like export kube-config. Next step, after all, we need to install some network policy provider. In this particular case, we use Calico. For this purpose, we need to provide kubectl create with this URL, and additionally, we need to create some Calico resources with very similar command. After all, we can watch our pods in namespace Calico system. In some cases, it's much cheaper to use some custom load balancers. In our particular case, it's MetalLB. By applying this command kubectl apply in this URL, we can install this additional load balancer. In order to complete setup of it, we need to provide address pool. For that case, we create some YAML file, and we need to set our IP addresses range. In this particular case, we use only one IP address, and after all, we need to apply our new YAML file with these changes. If you would like to expose some HTTPS, HTTP protocols on our Kubernetes cluster, we need to install ingress controller. For this particular case, we can use this YAML script. It has a lot of information, and at the end we need to change this variable, not variable, this text, MetalLB university TF, and we need to set IP address of our load balancer with correct IP address. After all, we can apply this YAML file and see our pods in namespace ingress engines. All this installation we provided for some website, and in our case we can provide some testing application for our Kubernetes cluster. We can install some image HTTPD with port 80, and to add some ingress with some domain. In this particular case we have some subdomain, and At the end, we can test by curl that our website works. As a response, we can get this text that it works, because it's default response from our web server. Find text version of this video, see the link below. If this information was sufficient for you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.